Welcome back, epic learners. In this episode, we shall explore how can children begin to write, or you can motivate them to write a little better, little neater, little faster on their own account. It's not because you're forcing them to do it, it's because they would want to do it, but definitely with little bit of your support. So let's just take 30 seconds, before you start working with children. Just close your eyes, pay attention to your breathing, and check out your thoughts and feelings. What are your thoughts right now? What are your feelings right now? Why do you want the child to be writing a little faster, a little better, a little neater, etc.? What is the need? Of course, the child has to be writing, but then what is the motive today, right now? And set intent to be of support to the child as you begin working with the child. With that, you settle down, you become neutral, you are just there along with the child to enjoy this process of becoming. The child is evolving, and so are we who are working with children. So, with that in place, let's look at few things, few tips that could help child write a little better. Yeah. First of all, I would begin with allowing child to write whatever they like to. Maybe their own name, just one word, their own name. There's that attachment in my name. So write your name, take your time, write your name in the best possible handwriting, right? So once they know it, you don't need to correct, you don't need to tell them the first letter need to be uppercase, or needs to be such and such spacing between the letters, etc. Just allow the child to enjoy. Maybe use lots of colors. Begin on a plain sheet so the child can see, the child can write as big or as small as they wish to. Right. Then let's see, you can be writing your name as well along with the child, so you are both doing things together. And then you could suggest, can we time it? Timer is my favorite tool. So can we time it and write the same thing? Now we know the spacing, now we know the spelling, now we know that we need to begin with uppercase because the child has looked at what you have written and maybe grasped a few things of how you did differently. And maybe you can, if the child has done a mistake in his writing, maybe you can write his or her name on your paper so the child can see a difference. But I would not advise them, I would not use any verbal tips to correct them, right? And then you suggest, can we use a timer and see how long it takes us to write? So you start the timer, or you can allow the child to start the timer, and you write again. Now you will naturally see gravitating towards an increased speed. Okay, then you say, oh, it took me 8 seconds to write my name out. So now this becomes a game. Was my handwriting a little better, little worse compared to the first one? Okay, then depending on the situation, you can say, can we try it again to write within the same time but with a little improved handwriting, or to write it in shorter, maybe 1 second lesser with the same handwriting. Okay, so this will set a child into an understanding that something I'm doing, I can be doing it in a shorter time, and I can be doing it the first time the right way, so I don't have to repeat it. Similarly, you can go with shorter sentences, with something that I like to do, something that connects the child, right? So I like to play carom board, right? So something that child enjoys, so he gets involved in an experience of one particular strike that he got the coin in the corner, something like that. So now you write that, time it, improve it, and don't do it more than 3 times, because then the child would lose interest in it. And you can repeat this for different sentences, and you can make this a habit on daily basis, which is something we call as a rhythm, something that happens on a particular time after in a particular sequence of events every single day for probably less than 2 minutes. Writing one sentence will not take me more than a minute, and with the timer and maybe a couple of times writing will not take me more than 2 minutes, at the most 3 minutes, and you're done with the handwriting, with the speed and with the accuracy, along with the spelling, and child taking interest in writing, especially when you bring colors and add some illustrations, especially when you start writing sentences. Like I like to play carom board, maybe you can draw a carom board, something like that, where the child will start seeing the whole picture of him engaging in an activity and him writing it out in a sentence and writing a better sentence each time. And you set them up on their way to writing for their own sake, for their own fun, for their own enjoyment. Try it out and let me know how it goes. Thank you.